Alright, let's dive into something that's been buzzing in the sports world lately, the potential relocation of the Portland Trail Blazers and the mind-boggling fee that could come with it. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty, let me just say this, personally, I think this situation is a perfect example of how the business side of sports can be just as fascinating as the games themselves. So, here's the deal, the Trail Blazers' new owner, Tom Dundon, might have to shell out up to $1 billion if he decides to move the team out of Portland. Yes, you heard that right, $1 billion. That's not just a number, it's a statement. And what makes this really interesting is the context behind it. The NBA doesn't just let teams pack up and leave without a fight. There's a whole process, and it's not just about money. It's about proving that Portland isn't a viable market anymore. Now, in my opinion, this raises a deeper question. What does it mean for a city to support a team? Is it just about ticket sales and corporate sponsorships, or is there something more emotional, more cultural at play? I mean, the Blazers have been a part of Portland's identity for decades. Pulling them out wouldn't just be a business decision, it would feel personal for a lot of fans. And let's not forget the ongoing debate about the $600 million renovation of the Moda Center. The city and county are still hashing out whether they'll foot the bill in exchange for a 20-year lease. From my perspective, this feels like a high-stakes game of chicken. Dundon's team is essentially saying, if you don't invest, we might leave. But here's the thing, the NBA has a say in all of this. The league's constitution lays out clear criteria for relocation, including fan support, the business environment, and the arena's quality. What many people don't realize is that the NBA prefers stability. Moving a team is messy, costly, and often controversial. So, if Dundon wants to relocate, he'll have to make a compelling case that Portland isn't cutting it. And even then, the fee could still be massive, somewhere between $425 million and $850 million based on the team's value. But here's where it gets really intriguing. The NBA could theoretically reduce the fee, or even waive it if they believe the move would strengthen the league. Now, personally, I think that's a long shot. There's no precedent for it, and it would set a risky example. But it's not impossible. If you take a step back and think about it, this whole situation is a reflection of the broader trends in sports. Teams are becoming more like corporate assets, and cities are often left negotiating their cultural identities. A detail I find fascinating is how the relocation fee is calculated. It's not just a flat rate, it's tied to the economic opportunity of the new market. What this really suggests is that the NBA sees teams as investments, and relocation is about maximizing returns. So, where does this leave Portland? Well, it's a waiting game. The Blazers are focused on negotiating that new lease, but the clock is ticking. And for fans, it's a reminder that the teams we love aren't just teams, they are businesses. As we watch this unfold, I can't help but wonder, what does loyalty mean in the modern sports landscape? Is it to the city, the team, or the bottom line? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Because, honestly, this story is far from over.